Actually, if I was going to be a son, my name would be Ryan. And they like Ryans. So any Ryans out there who are looking to date, please send me a message, me or Jade a message, with a headshot.
Yeah, let us know. Dad likes nearly every guy I bring home.
Yeah.
I can't bring guys home because Dad gets attached to them.
Yeah, you date them after. Yeah.
So much so, I was here with Jade yesterday and she needed a light fix and an electrician turned up and I'm like...
yeah, we heard about this electrician.
Jade's instantly like, he's a god, right?
Yeah.
So I'm
he was
already
the
starting to
hottest man
think
I've ever seen.
Well,
hey,
how much money
to go to pictures with. Yeah. So...
You're trying to get to know him preemptively.
Yeah. This electrician was upstairs and Dad whispers to me, do you want me to find out if he's got a girlfriend? Because I'd like to take him to the movies.
I got his business card.
Daz, are you cheating on me? Are you seeing other guys? I'm very upset.
I'm pretty sure his business card's still in my wallet. So
You should be in charge of Jade's Tinder. No. Actually, that's a bad idea.
Yeah, no.
Dad's getting some electrical work done on his house and I'm going to invite you guys over so you can see this guy.
I'm going to watch it.
Yeah. He was an attractive young man.
Yeah.
He's looking at the wall going, these wires look like they've been deliberately ripped out.
I do think he heard us though, because he came down and immediately started talking about his partner.
So I get that all the time when I throw those girls. It's like, oh yeah, so my boyfriend. And you're just like,
well, Nicky also took off that quick. He left his shoes here.
Yeah.
I thought for sure that was a play. Who forgets their shoes?
Maybe it was one of those
No, I think
cartoon
he
things
just
where he
got
runs so fast the shoes just fall off.
It's like one of those cartoon things where like they just disappear in a puff of smoke. And
I was devastated because like he managed to get to a whole job without realizing he wasn't wearing shoes. I was like, oh, I love idiots.
Yeah.
My time.
Did it take him a while to get back here because he was riding his BMX bike back?
Yes, we've all know about Jade's addiction to skateboarders, BMX riders, anyone basically with no job, no money, and no prospect of a career.
I'm into them.
It's like they just actually, it's a classic cotton candy pussy. Like she didn't even want to like go to work.
Thanks for saying that in front of my dad.
Sorry.
Yes. I don't even like hearing that. I'm uncomfortable on his behalf.
I forgot where I was and what I was doing. This is podcast land. My brain goes somewhere completely different.
Come on the pod and let's talk about how addictive your daughter's vagina is.
Hold on. Sidebar.
That's great.
We're at the cone of silence for a moment.
Cotton candy pussy.
We've had the cone of silence. Oh, that's one thing we really did to annoy Ebony. Just going off track.
What's that? A cone of silence?
That's not like us.
No, Ebony was really annoyed with us one night because Jade and I stayed at home. We had a few drinks and we had tinfoil on her head when Ebony come home, didn't she? And
we made hats.
Yeah.
Sick, yeah.
And Ebony come home and said we're idiots and we kept on saying we've got the cone of silence, you can't hurt us. So she was throwing things at us and they got heavier and heavier.
She got really enraged by us pretending that we couldn't hear her.
So Ebony can get quite vicious sometimes. I think we stopped just before the bricks come out.
Yeah. Is Ebony the one in the house that it takes things seriously and you two are the shit stirrers?
Yes. Yeah.
Is your mum also takes things seriously as well?
She's the pacifier. She tries to...
She comes in and goes, okay, everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so me and my dad have got the similar dynamic and my sisters are all kind of like a little bit serious and mum's probably the just naive one that doesn't realise that we're shit stirring and think that the girls are making a big deal out of nothing, which is great because like you end up being I didn't do anything. So I'm like, I was just sitting here. It's the kind of equivalent of going, I'm not touching you.
Yeah.
That's a game we play quite regularly.
That's a fun game.
And you're not allowed to touch
So
Ebony.
maybe Ebony's not crazy. She's just been tortured. She's from a life.
I was going to bring that up about Jade torturing Ebony. Did she ever tell you the story where she actually... unfortunately, when Ebony was born, back in the day, the cameras, right... We took all these baby picture cameras, went to do the films.
I just want to preface this by saying this is the greatest achievement of my life.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so when Ebony was a baby, as I said, not many baby pictures because all the pictures we thought were taken had no film in the camera. So
the picture started about 4 weeks old?
Yeah.
Okay.
So then Jade thought it'd be great to either hide her birth certificate or something.
I didn't do anything with birth certificate. That
was
was
just
just
that she's
a happy
adopted.
coincidence.
Yeah. So and Ebony didn't say anything to Sharon and I for some time. and I'm talking months, right? And this is when she was about 13, and it was months where she was just upset, didn't say much. And all of a sudden she's going, why didn't you tell me I'm adopted? Jade told her that she was adopted. That's why there was no birth certificate and why there was no early baby photos.
I told her the part about the photos. I didn't know the birth certificate was missing.
Yeah,
so when Eb's like had a little outburst, Mum's gone to find it, couldn't find it.
Yeah. But that's not the end of it though. Jade also used to play tricks on Ebony when she was doing psychology. She learned a lot of things in psychology, like if you really scared someone badly at night when they were asleep, woke them up, scared them really badly, and then made them go back to sleep quick enough, they wouldn't remember it. So Jade used to practice these things.
I'd wake her up and I'd like scare her, but to be fair, the scaring part was not necessary. Like you could just wake someone up, say something, and send it back to sleep, and you'll find the same result. But I thought I'd scare her anyway.
Yeah.
But I think we had Eb on, and I was talking about like some facts that I used to tell her as well. Like I'd convince her of these things and I wouldn't correct them until she got in trouble like arguing with someone about them.
Yeah. And she was saying I would talk to people and as I was saying it I would realise that it was wrong and that it was Jade who told me this and it was too late by the time she finished it. That's actually quite clever.
Every now and then she'll send me a message. She'll be like, this isn't true, is it?
Yeah, there was lots of them.
It'll be something I've totally forgotten about.
So all these stories about Ebony being, I think you're the fucking psycho. This is clearly
what we hear from Jade is the terrible things that Ebony has done to her, but what we don't hear is the terrible things
I think we've been gaslighted. We've been told
I think both can be true. Eb can be a psychopath and I kind of like had some fun with it.
I don't think they're mutually exclusive. I think maybe you made her a psychopath.
Yeah,
I think this is a cause and effect thing to each other.
Everyone tortures their siblings.
That's true. I
did not.
I did. I threw my sister into a couch.
Nick?
That sounds. That's not torturing.
Sorry?
That's just beating someone up.
Yeah.
I threw my sister. What's great is I threw my sister into a couch, and it paralysed one side of her face. And I had so much of like a not like a stranglehold, but we had like mafia rules as kids, and I was in charge, and I was like, you better not tell them. And my mum comes home and she sees my sister just like this, and she's tears everywhere, and I'm going, you don't just say anything. And mum's like, tell me, did someone do this to you? Like gesturing to me. And my sister's like, no, I fell. Remember when I said I was a perfect kid?
Yeah, your sister's an abuse victim.
Everything we find out about Gemma's childhood makes us like
dark.
Every now and then you hear a story, you're like, oh no,
the alien theory.
Should we hug her? Like, what do we do? How do we handle this?
Should we hug her or try to get her out of the house?
Me and my sister, there was no torture going on. Me and my sister, like we fought a bit, but it was pretty standard stuff. Like she went through a real stage of dacking me in public. That was her big thing. Like she just, like if we were at the shops or something, just walking down the aisle of Carl, she'd just dack me. And then mum and dad...
Dacking's really underrated.
Did we just discover like some sort of psychological reason why you get your pants off on stage all the time?
Maybe. Yeah, maybe that's it. I'm taking the power back.
People laughed when you got dacked.
Yeah, maybe.
So
that's it. Yeah, look, hey,
that's your early start to comedy.
That's our trauma. Yeah,
and also Nick's earliest memory.
I'm trying to take
maybe the bag of dicks is coming into that.
I'm trying to take the power back. No, I'll decide when my pants come down.
I'll decide which dick comes out of this bag.
No, that just comes from me just finding a clever way to assault an audience without getting into jail for it. So it's comedy. It's satire.
Everyone's had to adapt. Otherwise, Jeff has definitely harassed us.
Absolutely.
What did I do? I mean, I do, but
if sketch nudes are harassment.
I've definitely harassed.
Jeff's going to jail.
Yeah, I'm going to jail for sure. It's the only way I can get around like showing nudes to my friends and still feeling okay.
Yeah.
Like, look at my artistic talent.
It's such a whimsical way to make your friends look at your naked body.
But also compliment me. Yeah, I mean, it's just, what is it? It's all like validation.
Are you ever disappointed though if someone's just like complimenting the artistry of it? They're like, oh, nice brushwork or something.
Yeah, oh, that shading's great. And then you're like, no, tell me my
artistry. If they give me an honest critique, I'm like, no. And move on.
Then now the Jemma comes in, sorry, I'm in the middle of something.
Yeah, that is the one thing. I love that your dad's here for that.
I've heard worse, Nick. This is very
This is
tame.
tame.
I used to, when I was younger, I used to try and freak Jade out with stories and things, and then she got to about 17, I went, okay, we're stopping this, we're not playing this game anymore.
This game's not funny.
No.
But now it's
more.
flipped.
He'd tell a story he thought was horrible. I'd be like, all right.
My dad had that situation where we would tell, it got progressively like, we would say more and more in front of each other, and then we got to a bit where I started talking about my fetishes, and he's like, no, no, I can't think of you, no, just stop. And you know what, I won. That's how you win that battle.
That's how you win. When, it's chicken. It's just dirty story chicken. Yeah, you win.
My mum never played. She's like, no, she's a perfect girl. She's a lovely girl.
I think my dad's like he's like, oh, so if I ever go on a date or then get home or whatever, he's like, oh, so did you get any? And I'm like, yeah. Like, it went all right. I do pretty good, Dad. And then Mum straight away is like, no, I don't want to know. You don't do it. That's one thing because I'm constantly worried. Like, I'm living with my parents at the moment, and like my mum goes into my room. Still and looks through shit and it's so bad. So every time I get a roll of toilet paper stashed in the bottom drawer just in case I need to rub one out in the middle of the night or whatever. And it's just I don't want her to come in the room and find that and go, because she asks questions, she can't when I see that
she knows she knows what that's for. Surely.
I don't know I don't know if she does. Like at the start of the year when I was seeing that girl that had kids or whatever, and so we couldn't she'd leave the kid with the parents or whatever, and we'd go out for a weeknight or whatever, and we didn't, because I couldn't go take him back to my parents' place, nowhere to go, so we'd put a mattress or whatever in the back of my car, and we'd go for a drive out somewhere. And one time I've come home and Mum's like, why'd you take the mattress topper off your bed? And I'm like, I just did. And she's like, what? No, what were you doing? And I'm like, Mum, sometimes it's good to have a little mystery in life. Maybe just leave this one go. But she won't. It's like, come on, you can work this out. It's fucking in the car, Mum.
And then she wouldn't know, right?
That's so cute. I once had sex with a guy that was so hot, I went to my parents' house to show them the photo of the guy.
Your parents was like one of them.
Is this husky guy?
This is a husky guy,
He was a very good looking fellow.
Yeah.
I think what we're worried about
Dad doesn't want these conversations.
Do you only get upset if she brings home an Uggo? Is that when you get
Yeah, because then you have to go on a date with him. I don't want that.
I think the funniest is Sharon when Jade was with us last time she lived with us. It was what do you call him, Gecko boy. When we come home and you'd only been with us.
This is the hot BMX guy.
Yeah.
Why Gecko?
No. I used to watch geckos and commentate on them around the walls. He wasn't the smartest one.
Fucking hell, Jade. Stop dating poor people with acquired brain injuries.
we rock up home when we come into our house, and Jade, again, this is after pool boy, and we walk inside, and here's this guy. It would have been 6'1" or something, and he was fit. He had the six pack, just a towel around him, standing in our kitchen, waving at us, going hello. And we were like, "Who are you?" And then Jay walks out behind and looks at Sharon and just has his grin on her face and looking him up and down and just going, thumbs up. How's this going? Yeah, and Chaz is like, oh my God, she puts her head down, and the Gecko boy had a bit more to say, turned around and walked back out. So,
yeah. He was like a Labrador. He was just happy to be there.
Was he making up stories for the geckos? He had a story for
this
the
is Gemma's
family.
dream, dude.
That creative.
If you put a mustache on one of the geckos, Gemma's in.
There was definitely nothing creative. I think everybody
it was more like, that one's going up.
Oh no!
That one's
So when was the last time you got a root? When was that?
Tell
us about that. I'm really interested.
Alone.
No, what?
You leave
Nick's
him
only
out.
asking because he's jealous.
I just want to know.
That is one thing. A lot of Jade's friends and Holly and Ebony's friends as well used to come around when they're younger, and they'd want to come around just so they could talk to Shaz, didn't they?
Yeah.
Was she the guru?
No. They thought she was hot.
She's fucking correct. She's very hot.
Yeah. My parents had me when they were really young as well, so Mum's like, she's always been a young.
So we got the
mum.
wrong one on today.
She'd just sit there and wouldn't say nothing because she'd be too
She
embarrassed.
just politely nod.
She would have no patience for our bullshit.
She sounds like the perfect podcast.
Yeah, you'd have her saying hello, and then you'd hear the door shut like 5 minutes in.
I'll tell you one story about Holly and Jade, and I'm not sure if you've mentioned it on the pod before, but they were quite creative when they were younger too. Like Holly had a car. The car stuff, wasn't it? Because Holly would often, or Jade, would go and get a new CD player or something to put in a car, but they'd then dismantle the car and then ring up their friends that thought they were hot to come around and fix it.
Oh, no,
in
you
the
weren't
heat
there,
outside.
yeah.
So they'd be out there working on the car, and the girls would be in having some drinks and stuff, and then walk out. The guys get like thinking, "I'm right here, right? We're going to go on a date," and they're like, "Oh, thanks, see ya." Close the door.
To be fair, we always thought we could install the stuff ourselves. So we would take everything apart and then we'd be like, this is too many screws on the ground.
The question of the story isn't where you were when you started. I like the solution of just getting some guys who thought you were hot to come over and fix it.
Yeah.
That's quite clever.
Yeah.
Jade as a girl at school, in high school, she was in a group of, and they were all lovely girls. They were really nice, but they're real attractive group of girls too.
Yeah.
They would go buy $3 tracksuit pants, from pink ones from Target, wear them to school, and then everyone in school would be wearing these $3 tracksuit pants.
my God.
It was ridiculous. They'd all follow their trends.
That's a
That
high
was
school
my
thing.
main contribution to the popular group.
Well,
It was like, well, we're going to wear tracksuits.
Yeah, to be honest, I'd do whatever Blonde Jade told me to do. I'd take orders from Blonde Jade.
How could you say no to that
Yeah,
face?
exactly. Looks like Sharon. That's what gets me going.
I think you were the girl at school who bullied me. Like, I didn't get bullied, but I got I got that type of bullied where I went along with it. You know, like, it's like,
Aww.
oh, Gemma's weird, and then I'd be like, I'm weird, but
Gemma,
then
that's
I go
exactly
home.
what we do to you
I'm
now.
going home and I cry.
You pretend it doesn't hurt your feelings.
And then I go back to my home and I plug into the wall and I go...
That was with Jade and friends.
When did you first realise that Jade was kind of funny? Like, she might be funny. She might have a knack for being funny-ish.
Please don't say, is she?
I was just waiting for him to go, Jade's funny? Yeah, okay, all right.
No, it was a bit of a surprise when she wanted to do the comedy, because she'd always talked about it, but never. But Jade's always had good banter, always funny and pulling out one-liners and things like that.
I can remember the first time Dad told me that I was funny because it was after a Raw Heat, I think it was.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I don't think he'd seen me do... Oh, he'd maybe seen me once. And we're outside the venue and he goes, oh, that was cool. That was like realising you finally have a talent.
I did too, yeah.
So there wasn't really any early
But that
inklings
was
with
my
Dad.
bad humour. That was my dad joke. So, yeah, no. 'Cause, yeah.
I like it. That's a neg. That's a great neg. It's because
Yeah.
you keep doing comedy.
I think it's interesting with my parents because they really are not on board with my style or my sense of humour at all. So I think they're caught in this weird place of being proud of me for being somewhat good at something, but absolutely hating it themselves. Like they just don't get it. Like they're just not on board.
Mum's like that with a lot of my dark jokes.
Okay,
I'll tell her
yeah.
like a funny joke that I've thought of and she'll be like, I don't know if I'm proud or not.
I don't know what to do with this.
My mum and dad like the concept of me doing comedy, but they just like my humour's strange to begin with. So they listen to it and they're like, none of that was about me. I'm not interested. That's how they're all like. My family's pretty like self-contained, just like myself. Obviously, I'm my favourite thing to talk about, and when they see me do stand-up, they're like, "We're your family. Why don't you speak about us?" And then when I speak about them, they're like, "How dare you speak about us?" Welcome to Feedback Era, brought to you by
Sharting. It's the shit.
Oh, that's great.
We're going to go on tour. It's going to be called Shit Show.
Well, before COVID, I was going to do like an hour, like a good chat show called Nick Carr Throws Shit at the Fan, and it was just I just had a bunch of very basic joke premises, and I was going to improv it all, but I didn't get to do
You're
it.
not
That
allowed
would
to
have
do that
been
anymore.
a very fun show.
It would have been
Yeah.
fun, but you're legally under good chat control right now. You're not allowed to do improv for an amount of time.
No, but we're going to have we discussed it in the Mel Butler episode. I get muck update once a month.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, muck
So we're
update.
going to do regular shows Nick Carr's muck-up day, and I haven't talked about this to Jake, so I'm just totally just going, no, this is not happening. Because I'm the fucking boss. He'll do whatever the fuck I tell him. An absolute nerd.
I love the idea of Nick using our podcast as a platform to, like, berate his.
Just to slag off mine. Yeah. This is what was wrong at this week's episode. But no, what we're going to do is, what I'm envisioning is we'll do a Nick Carr's muck-up day, and it'll be just my day to be a fuckhead and just do whatever I want. But then other people can come and do spots, but they're not allowed to do material. They're just going to fuck around.
That actually sounds really good. That sounds like fun. I would happily go do that.
Yeah. So we just all come and fuck around. You want to come? Do you want to do a spot, Daz?
Yeah.
No,
you can take your pants off.
I want to turn up and do an impression of you.
Sick, absolutely. Yeah.
So I'm just going to have boxer shorts
on.
Sweet,
we'll get to see Jemma nude. Come to that show.
Ticket sales already sold out.
Yeah. It's all a ploy.
As we've already mentioned, very different effect when you do it to when I do it.
Yeah, no, it's not the same.
You should do impressions of me now. Daz, do you want to do impression of me?
You so quickly make the podcast horny.
Yeah.
So quickly.
It's not me. You guys, it's a horny pod. Are you aware that your daughter hosts a horny pod, Daz?
No, I have heard you mention it before.
You know what's every time I edit an episode, now when we talk about sexual stuff, and I'm like, that's horny.
It's a horny pod.
And if it has to be super funny for me to keep it in now, because I'm not having just random horny shit, because Nick's going to say something, it's going to be funny.
We only want top shelf horniness on
top shelf horniness.
It's going to be the best horniness.
We're not retail.
Not retail horny.
No street level smut. It's got to be top class.
It's horny couture.
This is what you do every weekend.
Mostly,
This is all we do. Like, I think a lot of people have this impression that we we have some sort of structure, but it's literally an hour or 2 or 3 hours of us sitting and doing this at each other.
And we get about 20 good minutes
out. We get 20 minutes out.
Let's patch it together and make it mildly listenable. Yeah.
Like, for instance, all the times that Nick has said I have to cut out.
Why you cut out cunt?
I don't want it.
Cut in. It's a good word. It's fine.
We're a high-class pod here.
Sorry?
We're a high-class pod.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Thank you. No, keep going. No, by all, because I don't want to ruin your momentum. I don't want people to filter themselves. That's my job. Like, I'll do it later.
I just want to get enough sound bites of Nick so that we can put them together into any,
you want me to say all the words so you can
and then I'm going to start leaving voicemails for random comics and bookers around town. From Nick Carr.
Hi, it's Nick Carr here. I would like to fuck you.
Jade O'Brien and Gemma Bayley are very good, so get them on. And that's it.
Book Jemma, Bayley, and Jade O'Brien.
And I'll tell you what, when you do comedy again, it's going to be a bit wild. It might be what you were just saying, it'll just be a big shit show to start. Everyone will be just so excited to get back up on stage.
Muck-up day. Every gig's going to be muck-up day for a little while,
I have to remember how all my jokes go.
Yeah, I'm thinking, not that I'm going to toss all my stuff out, but there is a little part of me that's like, do I start out by just doing all my new stuff? But I know that that's a mistake. Because that's just going to be me thinking that this premise is really good and realising that I've thought about it for too long, because COVID's extending our writing time. We're going to keep writing and being in our own head about it, and then I'll get on stage and be like, isn't it relatable how we all fell from the sky and landed in a crater and now we're here in non-liquid form? And then I'll look up at the audience and they'll blankly look at me and I'll be like, oh no.
I miss realising something's not funny with 30 strangers staring at me in a spotlight.
I miss realising that I've really fucked up. I've really missed the mark.
Jim, do you also have with your dad where you're trying to explain a joke to him and he thinks he's got a funnier ending?
Wait, what?
Because I do that with Jade all the time.
Oh, yes.
And I am hysterical. Like, I will laugh about my joke.
I'll probably joke my dad and he'll be like, that's good, but what if it was also 2 minutes longer?
My dad has really bad advice. He'll just go, look, that was funny, but maybe you can just make it so that there's more laughs in it. Like, in a shorter amount of time.
The thing it's missing is it's being funny. My dad will give me ideas. He's like, you should do a joke. Stop doing filthy smart. You should do a joke about, that time your mum and your sister got it mixed up between a fry pan and a crock pot, and I'm like, number one, Dad, I wasn't there for that. Number two, That's really not that funny. Well, I mean, your shit's funny.
How did your sister and mum get mistaken for cookware?
No. What? What?
What?
They're both very shiny.
There is a joke there.
They're both non-stick. Oh, not my sister. She had a baby, so she's put that's grim. That's grim. Yeah, it's really grim.
Oh dear, I'm sorry I took you there.
Nah, it's all right. It's horny pod. That's what we do.
No.
I think we've just been going through the motions the last couple of times. Sometimes I open my laptop like I've written something down. And I'll be like, okay, yeah, I'll just check out what we got for today. It's still nothing.
You know what? I looked down at my phone and I went, I had questions. And Nick, you already asked all of my questions.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Was one of them, when was the last time Jade shit her pants?
Yeah, like, no, I think I just
my
said...
lies about never shitting my pants are unraveling.
No, it was just kind of like, one says embarrassing story or like something about... You just kept on, like...
One was when was the last time you got a root.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to have trouble editing this to include us. This is all just Nick and Dad.
I think maybe we should just change the podcast, this one, to be just...
and then send it to the guy that did the pod that like said that you guys just talk to each other the whole time. You're like, no, see, sometimes we let Nick ask my dad if my mum's a good root or not.
Yes.
Sometimes we don't even...
Yes, we did it! I wanted to get that.
Oh, no. Oh, no. And now she wishes she wasn't here.
I'm ending this.
Don't worry.
Okay.
And I've got all my Twitter fans following this too. They'll
Oh,
go,
my God. This is great.
That's Jade and her
Okay,
cousin.
I have to, actually, before we finish, I got to talk about Dad's Twitter account.
Oh, okay, yeah, go.
It's my favourite account in the entire world. He has 3 followers. He follows 10 people, but he still tweets like it's to an audience.
Yeah, sick. I love it.
His profile picture is like a smiling hot dog that he got from who knows where.
And all he posts is the goal, the hand goal thing every time he gets laid.
All he posts about is my comedy.
That's sick.
And his bio is old and slow. And it is the purest account I've ever seen in my
What's the
life.
handle? I want to plug it. What's the handle?
No, there's nothing else on it. I've done it for a while.
He doesn't know what a handle is.
Yeah.
Oh.
Teapot.
Actually, let me find it. I think it's just like his name.
I haven't been on it for a while.
It was, to start with, his handle was his email address.
I'm good with technology.
Yeah. He calls me one day and it's Daz O'Brien TE1. What is TE1?
I don't know. I didn't even know it's a handle.
At Darren O'Brien TE1.
TE1.
We're not sure what the TE1
unless it's like one of those
for.
ones where you had to switch from it being your email address and it kind of gave you just one to have.
Okay,
What if he's Daz O'Brien TD81?
Dad has posted 4 tweets.
They
They are, in order, December 2018, he posted dog helping out, and it's a picture of his puppy.
Oh.
Nailed it. Great tweet.
Yep.
Perfect
I
tweet.
didn't even know I did that one.
Flawless
So it's just
tweet.
cute,
His
though.
second tweet, also in December 2018, is P.S. Not the best person to follow as I'm very lazy with social media. The next tweet is telling people about my Raw Comedy State Final.
Ooh.
And the last tweet is, that should ensure she gets great support from my 3 followers. One of whom is me.
Well, after this, you're about to have 5. Dad.
So that's why I thought I was hysterical,
It's
right?
my
That's
favourite
Twitter.
Twitter account in the entire world.
That's
I
great.
might post something else. You might have inspired me.
Yeah. I would love for you to get on the tweets.
Yep.
Tweets. Yeah, can you do that as a favour for me, Daz? Every time you get laid, can you just tweet like a
come
thumbs
on.
up or something? Just that's it, just a thumbs up.
Just for
or,
you, Nick.
don't have to explain it, yeah, just like a, I don't know, like
That's
a
just kind of like a subtle nod to you.
Is there
isn't
like a
it?
smiley face that's
There
real
is.
sleazy?
I swear to God, Nick, if I just see a thumbs up in my Twitter feed, I'm going to be furious
Yeah,
at
do a
you.
thumbs up. Just a thumbs up. You just tweet a thumbs up. Oh, I love it. So,
That's
yeah.
not as stupid as it sounds. There's a lot of dad codes out there where that'll happen. Dude.
Yeah.
in code, right?
Yeah, do it.
With their friends, and it'll just be the thumbs up or, or the...
You know what's bad? Married people, they have a lot of sex.
Yeah.
So that's all your Twitter
How do you
feed's
think?
going to
Yeah,
be from
they're a
this
very
point.
happy couple. There's only one way that stays. Your parents fuck heaps, Jay.
I love we had an episode where
I'm so upset.
You broke down and went, oh no, like I'm a test tube baby, like nothing, like that.
Yeah.
My no, and I'm like, and I kept trying to like.
Well, I
pull
know
you
my
out of it.
parents have had sex once because I was born and my sister was adopted.
Poor Ems.
You want to call it?
Yes.
You want to call it? Yeah.
Please, for the love of God, we need to end this.
So sorry, Jade, we did that to you. Thank you for
I
coming
regret
on.
nothing.
Both
I
of
regret
you.
nothing. No, thanks for having us.